That was Ouya Cool with Wormwood, what I consider my demon opening. And there's reasons for that. And Gary Private will be, when I pick from his library, Gary Private will be the closing song for this podcast. Maybe I'll do a Fair of the Heart, I don't know. It's a Diane Warren song. Maybe. Yeah, I should. Maybe I should have just ended with that. All right, that's what I'm going to do. I'll get that one from him. That was actually his suggestion. Now that I kind of like listen to the song, I think that would probably be a really good one to like end it with. Okay. Pardon me. Cryptocurrency. All I could say is I am in the cryptocurrency market, and we'll see what happens. That's all I can say. What I have Bitcoin and some other stuff that will probably go by the wayside. So, be careful out there. And that's all I'm going to say. But I am a believer. Let's see. There's more balloons. We shot down balloons over Alaska. Turns out it was just a bunch of hobbyists. So they shot down hobbyist balloons. Those were the unidentified flying objects, or one of them anyways, that the U.S. government shot down with the help of Canada. They had it shipped up there and everything, and they're like, we think it might be our balloon that they shot down because, they were in the area, and that's where we last tracked our balloon. And that's approximately where they shot an unidentified flying object down. And then I guess they just recently shot down another, the exact same style of balloon over Hawaii. The exact same thing. Now I just think it's a joke to them. They're like, come on, man. Look at this. We're going to make them scramble their planes and spend $1 million to pop our balloons. Let's do this. Xi Jinping is like, let's launch more balloons and see how much money we can get them to spend shooting down weather balloons. This is going to be the greatest military strategy ever. We're spending $1 million a hit a balloon. And the Chinese are like, oh, send another one. It only costs us $7,000. This is hilarious. I want them to send more balloons and somebody needs to keep track of the amount of missiles it takes to shoot one down. You know what I'm saying? And we should count all the balloons that go down in friendly fire as well. You know what I mean? Hobbyist balloons. NASA was like, oh, that was our weather balloon. It looks suspicious. Yeah. But it's ours. It says NASA on the side. You can never tell what those Chinese will do, didn't you? If you order them off of Amazon, they're probably from China. We did. We get our logos done on Amazon. Damn it, China. All right, so that's it with the balloons. Now let's go to the lgbtqia community. And from this point on, you will be known as the Rainbow Nation, or AKA the Rainbow Warriors. And I just have to say, who is suppressing you? I mean, seriously. Okay, so I've been in the entertainment industry my entire life, and I knew people who had to hide that they were gay. Today, I'm beard. I'm a beard. I'm a daddy beard for straight guys when they need to go to parties and they need to like. I am now taken to parties and having to pass as one of you guys in the LGBT community because these guys feel that they need to they can't be straight white men. So I'm trying to help a bro out. Back in the day it was lesbians. Now it's straight white men. I'm happy to help either way, ladies, gentlemen. And to those of you who are, I would like to call newly minted men, or have now discovered that, yes, you are who you are, and you've come to join the patriarchy, welcome to pockets. We've got a lot. We got pants with plenty of pockets, all right? We got cargo shorts that you can have 2 pockets, up to 3 4 pockets. No, 3 pockets. You ideally 3. One like low, right? You're gonna want like low on the leg. You're gonna want mid thigh, and then you're gonna want those like pockets, and then a couple pockets in the back, right? That's the ideal one. So welcome to cargo shorts, and to you newly minted women, you guys who realize that you've just 2 years. I give you 2 years without pockets in anything, and you'll be back. You'll be back. Well, not all of you. Some of you will be back because men, ladies, so stubborn. Once they decide they're going to do something, they go through with it. So to those of you stubborn ladies out there, good luck to you. Maybe one of you will invent, concealed pocket clothing for women. I mean, come on, let's get on it, guys. We're the ingenuity guys, right? We're the ones who invent everything. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying that all of us, there's some of the greatest inventors ever. I mean, there was a famous female actress. Is it? No. Oh, man, I can't remember her name. She was actually a Latina, and she had to change her name. But, she invented for World War II. They're like, oh, look at this technology we're going to give you. You put this in your into your torpedoes, and they'll take it right to the subs. And the Army's like, oh, no, we don't need that. It's too big. You needed to fit it in, just the water. All right. So when they fixed that problem, the Army, the Navy was like, oh, no. But then they just like took the patent anyways, and then we have cell phones. So that was they could have had, guided missiles, but it was better to keep the war going, I guess. Because, they were able to retrofit them and everything. What the fuck was her name? Somebody knows that. Somebody who listens to this podcast will know. Anyway. I know she's not the only one. She's the only one that comes to mind. And I know I should know one for Black History Month, but, in like Latin History Month starts in the middle of September. Here's my question. Now that I just think about that right now, and I know this is a non sequitur, but I'm wondering, does it start at that time? Because that would be like a month during like either the Aztec calendar or the Mayan calendar, according to... I'm like, what calendar are they going by? Because I think it's from like September to November or November to October, something like that. October to November, whatever it is. I'm like, oh, great. We created our own month, but I'm sure there's a reason for it. Yeah, so like now that it's like open, now that I can watch videos of Harry Styles like rocking out in a dress, now that now I have to be a beard for straight white men. Like, I don't understand. Like, okay, in the Sam, what was that guy? Sam Smith, and the chick who was singing with him. And I'm like, I don't know how much. I mean, like, if I were, like, I didn't see any Native Americans up there. I mean, like, that's a pretty oppressed group of people, right? How many? I mean, let's talk about real oppression. I didn't see any, like, there was like no shout out to the Uyghurs in China. Like, no one wants to set those guys go free. We need our cell phones, right? So I don't know. Like, I think that we've gotten to the point where it's like how suppressed. I think where I do draw the line is what they do with the kids. Okay, because it's like, it's confusing enough to be a kid. And here's what I mean. There's a young man that I know, and at times in his life, when he was much younger, he wore dresses. It's fine. No one said anything. Called him by his name. Didn't want to change his name. Did he want to change his name? Don't remember. Don't think so. But anyway, and then one day it was like, I want a haircut. I want to wear pants. And now does dress effeminate, but still a teenager. I mean, the guy comes out. I'm like, hey man, what's up? He just then like literally walked over to his mom. Goes back in. And I'm like, what did he say? She's like, I don't know. Walks back in, and she like closes the door. She's like, what did you say? And she comes back out like, they want us to bring him food. I'm like, he walked out of a room into the room where the food was at to ask us to bring him food. Hilarious. And so, the kid is unique, and love him to death. And by the way, those are his. I'm not misgendering or anything like that, but I'm just saying, it's like we're letting the kid be the kid, And I think we need more of that and less of, you could be whatever you want. Just let them be who they are, and they'll figure it out. No one told us. I mean, our parents, my parents, said, get the F outside. When the street light comes on, get your ass home. And that's what we did. And there was one time where, so like there were railroad tracks, but the they were bypassed, and so there was a lot of construction for I forget what. I think they put up a mall or something like that, because it was just like a bunch of, there was still like a lot of land not being used out in Whittier those days. Weird that I know that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so they were doing, so like we were hop our bikes over these dirt mounds at the, that had been sitting there for a while, and because the construction was over and the bypass was done, and they did whatever they had to do to, and we were down. One day, one kid broke his arm. Ray Capistrano broke his arm. Or was it Brandon Cruz? Well, I don't know, one of those two guys. And what do we have to do? He cried. But guess what? He had to fucking ride his bike home, because how in the else in the fuck was he going to get home? He had to ride. He had to ride with one hand. I think initially, because we're just like, dude, we rode to the, we rode back home. Oh no, we rode up the street to the firehouse. We knew where the firehouse was at, over there across from the mall, and that's where we rode to, and that's where he got his first date. But we had to ride. He had to ride his bike with a broken arm. So, we had to be tough when we were young. And I'm just saying, I'm like, look, you got a guy dressed in devil clothes, high heel boots. I mean, he must have been, I don't know how tall he is, but he must have been like 6'8" in those boots. And a video where there's simulated pee and he's wearing pasties, and I'm just like, that it seems like a pretty celebrated thing. I walk by a poster every day where there's a black. See, I don't know. See, that's the thing. I'm very confused. I don't know what the person's gender is because it's just the poster. But I'm going to say there's a black man in makeup and hair, and she is fierce. Great photo, by the way. Person has very dark skin. It looks really good in contrast to the outfit that they're wearing. But my point is, you're being celebrated. I don't know what more you need. And I think we need to just let kids be kids. We all figured it out. All right? There were no openly gay kids that I knew of in my high school, right? There's 2,000 kids in my school. You're telling me, there's one kid that I did know, but I didn't even know until after, right? I mean, we had suspicions. We didn't know who they are. I'm sure they got picked on, I didn't do any of the picking on because I didn't like being, I'm not a bully. I don't like fighting. I don't like hurting people. Like a weakness comes over me when I, So, that's what it is. Anyway, so I think toughen up down there. Let the kids figure it out, and you guys are celebrated. You guys, the rainbow community, the rainbow warriors, the rainbow nation. You have billionaires. You have head CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. You know what I mean? Like, you have, and the women movement as well. I mean, women movement works so well, and guys are now women. That's how well that worked out. That's how far that went. That's how successful you are. That's what's happening. These movements are working. I just don't think they're celebrating their accomplishments. They're looking for the next fight. And you know what? Let's take a break. Let's relax. Let's say everybody just calm down, chill out. Let's get used to it. You got to remember, you're less than one. You're the actual community is, minute across the world. I mean, they even stopped doing, we got to stop giving kids hormones. We got to stop, cutting kids up. That's all they're saying. They're let them figure it out. We were all kids at one time. No one needed to affirm anything for us. We figured it out. You know why? Because we were allowed to figure it out. We were allowed to go out. We were allowed to play whoever we wanted to. We were allowed to, and if we didn't get accepted, well, I don't know what to tell you. That person had to get harder. And eventually they, once we all got into college, it was a new game. From junior high to high school, everything changes, right? And that's just the way it is. So let's celebrate the victories and not look for more walls to break down, because what's left to break down is, is not it's not a road I want to travel, because I've seen the aftermaths on everything, and I don't think children should be on social media until the age of 16 either, which is a new bill coming up, which is a bill I would support if I were in Congress right now. And that's true. Thank you and good night. Remember, fail like I am now. Just nobody knows about it. Be nice. Oh yeah. And ending with Ooh Ya Cool, but we will get that Gary Private song, Spare the Heart. No. I'll figure it out. I know that.
To the point of seeing stars.
Cheers, good night.
Every time I close my eyes. I guess
If I don't love you, I like you. If I don't like you, I tolerate you.
Did she come as no surprise?
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to walk away. Cheers.